Hey, it's Carmel Brown, licensed clinical professional counselor, and I think it's time that we start challenging some of these cliches or phrases or sayings that we continue to throw around. For example, I've heard many people say over the years that they don't chase friends or they don't chase people in general. I've also heard many people say their cutoff game is strong. You know, that may be true for some people, but for most, it is not, especially not for me. I chase people, and my cutoff game is low but secure. What do I mean by that? If there's consistent or habitual imbalance or a lack of reciprocity in a relationship, it's a good idea to communicate to them that this is a problem for you. Explain to them what that imbalance or that inability to or refusal to reciprocate whatever it is that you think needs to be reciprocated in that relationship, how that's impacting you emotionally, or if it's affecting your quality of life at all. Don't believe that there's something wrong with pursuing, chasing someone that's important to you, that matters. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. That means that you're doing your part. You're doing the work that's necessary to have a healthy relationship. But you can't control how the other person reciprocates. You cannot make them do the work. They have to want to. They have to want the relationship. But when you walk away, whether it's a romantic relationship, a business relationship, a personal relationship, or a relationship of any kind, make sure that you can walk away knowing that you at least had a period of time in which you were going the extra mile even when the other party wasn't. That you reached out, that you tried to connect, that you were open and honest with them, that you were transparent with them, that you were helpful with them, that you included them in on your life to the extent that you could. Maybe not to the extent that they wanted you to, but to the extent that you could. So don't make impulsive decisions about the relationships in your life that are important to you. Take your time. It's okay if your cutoff game is slow. In fact, I encourage that rather than rapid and impulsive. But also make sure your cutoff game is secure. Once you finally arrive at the decision that a relationship has to end or some distance has to occur, make sure that it's secure, meaning it's a done deal. Don't continue going backwards and forwards with any particular person. That's exhausting. And it doesn't typically serve any real purpose. So say what you mean and mean what you say. Once you make that decision, stand on it. Now, there are some relationships that this does not apply to. There are some relationships in which you don't cut off because they're too important. Maybe it's a tough time for one of you or both of you. But taking a pause might be necessary just to ensure that you preserve the integrity of the relationship and that there is a relationship to come back to. So taking a pause to save the relationship or to ensure the health of the relationship. Take a pause. It's okay. Sometimes the relationships are better, stronger as a result. But if you find that you're having to take pauses with the same person or people all of the time, you certainly need to question whether or not these relationships are healthy and whether or not they are beneficial to both parties or either party. And let your cutoff game be slow and secure, not strong. Well, maybe strong in the end. That's all I have today, guys. See you soon.
Let the record reflect that in the office, or in more clinical terms, cutoff game equates to severing ties with someone or walking away from a relationship. Chasing people equates to initiating contact with loved ones for the purpose of connecting, spending time with, rebuilding, or restoring relationships.